In this podcast episode, the discussion centers around President Donald Trump's ongoing victory tour following his recent election win. Ben Shapiro highlights Trump's appearance on Sean Hannity's show, where the former president reflected on his tumultuous 4 years in office, marked by legal battles and personal threats. Trump expressed confidence in his ability to get things done, emphasizing his focus on the future rather than dwelling on past grievances. Shapiro raises a critical question regarding Trump's administration. Will he concentrate on future policies or get sidetracked by past controversies? He believes that Trump is currently demonstrating a focused approach, tackling significant issues such as immigration and taxes. Trump criticized the Democrats for their immigration policies, questioning their rationale for supporting open borders and allowing criminals into the country. He argued that the only explanations for such policies are either ignorance or a lack of patriotism. Trump also addressed the contentious issue of gender identity, asserting that biological realities should not be ignored. He reiterated that boys are boys and girls are girls, arguing that the public is increasingly rejecting radical leftist ideologies. Shapiro notes that these positions are not merely conservative, but reflect common sense, resonating with a broad swath of the American populace. The podcast transitions to Trump's economic policies, particularly his tax cuts. Trump warned that if Democrats do not cooperate in extending his tax cuts, Americans would face the largest tax hike in history. Shapiro points out that the Democrats' refusal to embrace common-sense economic policies is detrimental to their electoral prospects. Trump's address at the World Economic Forum, in Davos, is a focal point of the discussion. He used this platform to criticize the Biden administration's economic policies, which he claims have led to unprecedented inflation and economic chaos. Trump declared that America is open for business and urged global investors to consider the U.S. market, promising competitive tax rates. He also threatened tariffs on companies that do not manufacture in the U.S., a move Shapiro critiques as potentially harmful to economic innovation. Shapiro highlights Trump's commitment to national security, particularly regarding immigration. Trump signed multiple executive orders aimed at securing the southern border and initiated mass deportations of violent criminals. The podcast features a clip of the White House press secretary praising Trump's swift actions to enhance border security. Shapiro notes that the political landscape has shifted significantly, with even some Democrats recognizing the unpopularity of open border policies. The discussion also touches on Trump's controversial executive order to end birthright citizenship, which has faced legal challenges. Shapiro argues that while Trump's interpretation of the 14th Amendment is valid, the issue will ultimately be decided by the Supreme Court. In a significant move for the pro-life movement, Trump pardoned 23 pro-life activists unjustly prosecuted under the Biden administration. Shapiro emphasizes the importance of this action, suggesting it signals Trump's commitment to fulfilling his campaign promises regarding life issues. On the foreign policy front, Trump made headlines by reaching out to Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, discussing a potential $600 billion investment in the U.S. Shapiro views this as a positive development, especially in the context of Middle Eastern geopolitics. Trump also called for OPEC to lower oil prices, arguing that doing so could help end the ongoing conflict in Ukraine by undermining Russia's economy. The podcast concludes with a critique of the recent Oscar nominations, which Shapiro describes as absurdly woke. He highlights the film Amelia Perez, which received numerous nominations despite being poorly received by audiences. Shapiro expresses disbelief at the nomination of a transgender actor for Best Actress, questioning the integrity of the awards and the implications for women in the industry. Shapiro's commentary reflects a broader frustration with Hollywood's current trajectory, suggesting that the industry prioritizes political correctness over artistic merit. He argues that the nominations reflect a cultural shift that prioritizes identity politics over genuine storytelling.